Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive.
Run it down their throat.
And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll get this to 32. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because
you did email
me this week to remember. Any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless. Any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
Definitely got to get some real.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Sanders able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And shutting him off down open field. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Run under, baby.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, bring it up.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense.
Oh, baby.
A big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Bowman. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Bowman. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week. And
he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one
you ain't
goal?
put nobody
Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Forced out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his
man.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Oh, smoke. Come on, baby.
As they get him to the ground at the 37. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And some strong running. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. And he's tackled to 15. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think
What
we're
you
feeling
messing
okay.
with, dude, man?
No gain on the play this time, but it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink.
Man.
Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, it's Edwards. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Sanders.
Man.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Go, 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 go.
And this will split the upright.
Yes.
It's right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking on the midfield logo.
Oh, man.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh,
and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yes.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Come on, babe. Yes.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
That's going to be caught by Harrison. Touchdown, Chargers. 2 yards on the touchdown there.
I was going to throw the fade to the corner of the end zone. That's what I was trying to do.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. New York set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one.
Oh, man, he went right by.
A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down. Bowman. And that's checked down to Gordon. Runs over him. And he is tackled inside.
Oh, but he still got hijacked.
Quite to the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Oh, he got hijacked.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Y'all
back to throw. Bowman.
We ain't letting you score.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. Oh,
yes.
Falling apart now.
There you go, baby.
And the Chargers are going to have it here.
Come on in.
As they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Sanders now on 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Deep ball was pretty, baby.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
I see shutout. This is going to be a shutout right here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Jets, nothing. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the back.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. Really?
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
See you,
He's not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will do
Are you
it
serious?
for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night.
Man, I wanted that
As we'll
goose
send
egg.
you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brent.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
It don't mean that.
On fourth down, the punt team is up.
Can't win
This
them
is
all.
sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. They'll start on the ground. This is
man, come on now.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make
You ain't got that. You ain't got a thing. Nobody will.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ooh, baby. Oh, it was about to be a house call.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He finds his man complete.
Legal man downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
That cheese, you be knowing when it's gonna come. You know when Madden gonna show up.
There from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. To throw is Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw.
Oh,
and
man.
His throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now they'll run it on the taunt.
Where does
And
dude come from?
No,
he was bad.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Again, 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive.
There we go.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bowman. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And taken right on the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Oh, yeah, touchdown.
This thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Get out of there.
Ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
That was a good run.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Here's a first down run with Collins.
Get him, baby.
And
All
there
right,
is
game
nowhere
tackle.
for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but
And for a 3rd time
yes.
tonight, he's intercepted.
Oh, yes.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense,
boy, do your Dion.
Turn that into a pick 6.
Dion.
Defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
There we go.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, Bowman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Man, come on, don't clown him
Short
like
completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Bowman. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a
don't lose.
one-sided affair.
Man,
come on,
down
bro.
The
stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and
This
I
is what
enjoy.
we
Enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Oh, man.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
Oh. My man been on tonight.
Throwing to start the drive. Bowman looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on, Shallow. You got to D up, baby.
It wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Ooh.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I need a back that'll cut
Brandon,
back.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Sanders to throw on 3rd down. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Man, he was supposed to come back across the field.
Teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy.
He was supposed to
but he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Now we're playing like crap. We got to finish strong.
On 1st down, Bowman.
Look at this.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
No, don't let him get in. Come on. Oh, you.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
I mean, come on, dog. He went through like 3 or 4 people. Like, come on now.
Him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yes, baby. That's how you fight right there.
That was the same case on that play. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 1st down, Wilkerson.
Oh, man.
Take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 33. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Go ahead. No. Wilkerson, yes, baby.
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far.
But we ain't losing. We going undefeated. We beat everybody.
And sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bowman.
Come on, baby. Somebody get him. Get him.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Yes, baby.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.
He just wants to
Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in the film session.
I feel you.
So for the Chargers, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the